The laughter died away immediately.
Athena, frowned Jason, are you joking?
No, said Athena coolly. When I joke, Jason, I laugh. And I look at my face. Is it laughing? It wasn't, thought Aries, brightening. In fact, it looked completely unamused and goddess frosty. Pursing his lips, Jason stepped down off the table and slumped back into his seat. He folded his arms moodily across his chest. But he's something out of a farmyard, he muttered. He's just a common sheep. Oh, really?
I am not, said Aries. Oh, really, said Jason, raising one perfect eyebrow. You've got 4 hooves and a silly face, haven't you? Not like me. No, said Aries. You don't have 4 hooves.
Jason lunged at Aries. Gentlemen, scolded Athena. She waited as Jason sat down again and for the crowd to sink into absolute silence before continuing. I would like to point out that the rules of my competition clearly state. A loud muttering, peppered with grunts and grumbling, rose from the back of the room, and, frowning at being interrupted again, Athena peered out across the heads of the Argonauts and their guests as they appeared to part around someone smaller who was making their way towards her. Who do you think it was? Who do you think it was? Yes. A few moments later, Alex emerged, red-faced from running, elbowing his way through the swaying men. Wiping the sweat from his brow, he knelt down beside Aries and patted the ram's shoulders. Patted the ram's shoulders? What have I got? Come back here. Now Aries reassured himself. Everything would be all right because Alex always knew the best words to reason with people, so he could tell Athena exactly why Aries should be allowed to enter. Athena peered down. It's Alex, isn't it? She said. Alex bowed his head before meeting Athena's level gaze. Majesty. So, said Athena. She regarded him quizzically. Tell me, what do you think of your friend's request? Aries stuck his muzzle in the air, feeling a surge of confidence rise from his hoofs to his horns as he waited for Alex to reply. I've come to take him home, said Alex flatly. Aries stared wordlessly at Alex, his surge no more than a cold dribble of dismay, as the room burst into fresh whoops of laughter and spite. Well, said Athena, raising her voice to be heard, I'm sorry to hear that, because you're too late. Too late, Ma'am? Said Alex. Yes, said Athena, because what I have been about to say when I was so rudely interrupted was that my rules clearly state that anyone who was on the Colchis that night can enter, and since Aries was there, he's as entitled as tonight's other contenders. Aries blinked. He held his head up high and looked around at the astonished faces of the Argonauts, made stupid by the surprise or, as he would have told you, practice. Besides, she added, Aries will liven things up a bit, won't he? After all, the heroes, she said, waving at the competitors seated behind her, never make mistakes, do they? They never break their legs or gouge out their eyeballs. In fact, they do nothing for us to laugh at all. But a ram on an assault course? That's more like it. Aries jerked his head back to look at her, feeling his forelegs wobble with the meanness of her words. Glancing across at Alex as he could see the shock on the boy's face too, why did no one believe in him? He hunched down and scrunched his eyes closed for a moment. It would be so easy, he thought, to listen to Alex, to turn around and trot meekly back to his stable and sink his nose into a bucket of olives. But how would he live with himself for the next day, and the day after that, stuffed with olives and regret? So, instead, he opened his eyes and lifted his shoulders, watching Athena as she drew her red velvet cloak around her shoulders and stepped down from the stage. she turned towards the open doors that led out to the gardens and the lake.
Let the competition begin.
See you later.